This case teaches us about the distinction between nuisance and negligence. Mr. Herman was working on a building crew, building a new engine house for the city of Buffalo. Due to some improperly performed excavation works, the building collapsed while he was working on the roof. He died, and his widow brought an action against the city. Her suit was in nuisance, and her suit failed due to the distinction between nuisance and negligence. Nuisance is an intentional tort. To create a dangerous nuisance, one must intend to create whatever danger constitutes the nuisance. Judge Collins said that for nuisance, the creation of the dangerous condition must have been with the consciousness and understanding on the part of the appellant that was creating it. Negligence, on the other hand, is not an intentional tort. A person may be negligent even though they never have any intention of creating a danger to others. The court expressed this in a very interesting way by referring to absolute and relative duties. If you have an absolute duty not to do something, then you shouldn't do that thing at all. It doesn't matter whether you do it well or poorly. You just shouldn't do it whatsoever. If you do something which you shouldn't do at all, then you have created a nuisance. However, if you have a relative duty, then you are allowed to do whatever you're trying to do, but you must do it in a way that avoids harm to others. So it's a nuisance if you do something you shouldn't do at all, and it's a negligence if you're doing something which is permissible, but in doing it, you breach your duty of care to others. Judge Collins said that to constitute nuisance, the wrongfulness must have been in the acts themselves, rather than in the failure to use the requisite degree of care in doing them. And therein lies the distinction between nuisance and negligence. The one is a violation of an absolute duty, the other a failure to use the degree of care required in the particular circumstances, a violation of a relative duty. This leads us to understand the meaning of negligence, where a person is doing something they are lawfully allowed to do, but they do so without taking due care, and they cause harm to another. They will be guilty of negligence, not of nuisance.